Hi, Jumpstart friends. My name is Giselle, and today we're going to be reading Dario and the Whale. The author of this book is Cheryl Lawton Malone, which means she is the one that wrote the words in the book, and the pictures are by Bistra Masavea, which means she drew the pictures inside this book. So, let's start reading our book. Every spring, when the sun wakes up the land, Dario and his mother move to the seashore. Right here we see Dario playing along trying to get the seagull, and we see the ocean over here, and his mom is right here with a soccer ball. Every spring, when the sun warms up the sea, a whale and her new calf swim north to a cool bay. So we know that whales migrate, which means move to different places around the ocean every season. So when spring starts, they move to the north. Dario's mother has to work this year. She is a cook at the Salty Cod. The whale is a right whale. She has to swim. She and her calf swim to a bay by the Salty Cod. So we know that Dario's mother is working right here, and Dario is saying bye to her mother as he goes on along and plays with the soccer ball on the bay. And we see the ocean right here, and if you can look closely, you can see the whale right here spouting, which means to shoot out water. And they're all far along onto the end with her calf. On his first day, Dario tries to make new friends. Oi, he calls to the kids on the beach. He kicks a soccer ball, but the kids are playing baseball. So we can tell here that Dario wanted to make new friends because he kicked the soccer ball to the kids, but they were already playing baseball. Puff, the whale spouts. He chases a school of herring. The herring swim away. So right here we see the whale splashing water everywhere. Dario backs into the sandcastle accidentally. Hey, says a girl. Disculpe, Dario says, turning pink. Sorry. Oh, so as he was walking to see the whale, a girl was playing in the sand and making a sandcastle, but Dario accidentally ran into it and he said sorry to her. The whale bumps a green turtle on purpose. The turtle swims away. So we can tell that Dario and the whale both did something accidentally. Dario, on the other hand, though, he did say sorry because he noticed what he did. But in this case, the whale did not know what he did because he was so big that he did not see the turtle, but the turtle just swam away. Later, Dario runs along the sand. He flies a kite by himself. He's flying a kite by himself, so we can see that Dario has just moved and he doesn't really have friends, so he might be lonely, and that's why he's flying his kite by himself. The whale has a notched tail. He launches himself up, and we see that notched is shaped into a V. So his tail was shaped into a V. Dario sees the whale sees Dario. So we can see here that they have encountered each other, and what we can tell by both of them is that Dario doesn't really have friends and he's lonely because he just got there. But we can also see that the whale is lonely too because they just migrated into the north. So again, migrated means moving somewhere else. Wow, Dario shouts. Mai, vean ahí. Ma, come look. Splash! The whale slaps the water with his tail. His mother hurries over. Every day, Dario races to the beach. Every day, the whale is there. When Dario whistles, the whale spouts. So, once again, spouts means shooting out water, and we can see here the whale is shooting out its water. So, the whale now knows that Dario comes every time to the beach, and every time he goes, he whistles, so the whale knows when to come and see Dario. And we can see here now that they're becoming friends. Dario waves, the whale breaches. Breaches means to jump out the water. Dario watches the whale for hours. The whale swims back and forth for hours. So this could be a good thing because at the end of the day, maybe they were both lonely and didn't have any friends, but now they're becoming friends themselves. Is he your friend? Asked the girl who made the sandcastle. Dario nods. Yes, yes. One day, Dario does not go to the beach. He has a drippy nose. His mother puts him to bed. Mas, he says, but. So, on this page, we see that the girl that was building the sandcastle notices that Dario has a new friend, which is the whale. But one day, Dario got sick and he had a drippy nose, and his mother told him to stay home. But he was sad because he couldn't go see his new friend, the whale. The whale looks for Dario. He waits and waits. So we can see here that the whale already knew that Dario would come every day to see him. But today he felt sick and he stayed home. But the whale doesn't know that. When Dario's nose is dry, he rushes to the shore, looking, hoping. They migrate, says the girl. They leave at the end of May. So we know that whales come in the beginning of spring, but leave at the end of May. And Dario might be sad now because yesterday he couldn't come. And today when he came, the whale wasn't there anymore. So maybe he thought that the whale had left already. No, says Dario. No, he is my friend, see? Dario whistles, the whale breaches, splash. We see Dario and the girl running to see the whale, and we see the whale here coming to see Dario. So he did not forget about Dario, and he came back to see him the next day before leaving. Dario runs into the water. The whale swims close to the shore, closer than ever. So whales might be too big, but he swam very close to Dario because he was going to say his last goodbye to his friend. Just waves apart, the boy and the whale stay very still, listening and being. Do you have to go? Asked Dario. The whale blinks his large dark eye. But you'll come back, right? Dario holds his breath. He waits, he wishes. So, we know that the whale came to say his last goodbye to Dario. But Dario might be sad because his only friend is leaving. But he's asking him if he might come back. He's hopeful, which means that he wants it to happen again. So for next year, maybe he wants the whale to come back so Dario can meet up with him again and see each other every day. At last, the whale raises his great notched tail and lets it fall. Whoosh! Okay then, Dario says, see you next year. So the whale came and he did a big splash for the end, which meant Yes, he is coming back for the next year, and Dario will wait for him. So now Dario feels reassured, which means he feels less afraid or upset because he knows that the whale will come back next year and he will see his friend again. And the end. So, in this book, we saw that Dario didn't really have much friends because he had just gotten to the north. But we also saw that the whale came to migrate into the north, and he was very lonely too in the ocean, so they both met and they became friends. But by the end of May, the whale had to leave, and Dario was a bit sad, but because the whale reassured him with a big splash, Dario felt reassured. He felt sure and more and less sad that he was going to leave and that he knew that he was going to come back next year. So, once again, the bay is a part of the ocean that's surrounded in land. So, when we go to a beach, we can walk around the bay that's close to the water. A calf is a young whale, so we know that she had a baby. She had a calf with her, and the seashore is the side of the ocean. So the edge of the ocean we can see here. Dario is on the seashore, and the whale is right here in the ocean. I hope you guys enjoyed today's reading, and I hope you guys are staying safe. See you next time.